Next up, we speak to Lincoln Mali. He's the Chief Executive Officer of SA FinTech and NASDAQ and JSE listed Lesaka Technologies. They released results yesterday, and the company, if you're unfamiliar with it, provides a full suite of financial services from card acceptances, insurance, billing and software services, transactional accounts and lending. The Q4 and full year 2024 results to June 30th really painted a positive picture about the story of banking those who have less financial access, well, not so much the unbanked, but those who don't have full financial suite access. Group revenue was up 11% at 10.6 billion rand, and group adjusted EBITDA up 55% to 690.9 million rand. Now, a large part of this was driven within the segment of the consumer division, which was up 361%, partly due to acquisitions that are closing or have been closed this year in Adumo and Touchsides. Lincoln, I just want to first of all congratulate you on these great results. Not easy pushing through organic growth as well as acquisitive growth. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling about full year 2024.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us. We're very pleased and very humbled by the support of our customers and encouraged by the work of our teams to get us to this result. And I think for us, the biggest highlight is that all of this is organic growth. None of the new acquisitions we're making, which is either Touchsides or Adumo, are in these numbers. So these are numbers from the organic growth, from our merchant division, and from our consumer division. As you pointed out, our consumer division increased its adjusted EBITDA by 361% to 274 million rand. And on a normalized basis, our merchant division grew by 15% to 624 million rand. So we're very happy with the underlying businesses and how this business is now completely turned around, and we're ready for growth for the next phase of the Lesaka chapter.
Okay, Lincoln, thank you very much for that correction. It's even more impressive that this is organic growth, particularly insofar as Lesaka is a relatively well-established company. It's been 4 years. So it's not as if this is growth from, well, you might correct me, is this growth from being a fresher player on the market? Because most consumer companies are speaking of the complexity of the economic environment, providing some headwinds actually to results. So what do you attribute this to?
Yeah, if I can just focus on the consumer business for a second. We serve, social grant beneficiaries. And when we started this journey, this business was gaining cash and it was losing money and it was unprofitable. But over the last 3 years, we've turned it around. And this year in particular has seen amazing growth from that consumer business. Our customer base has grown by 21%. That's the account base of new customers coming in. Our lending has grown by 32% year on year. And our insurance has grown by 31%. So all of these are indications of our customers are coming to us. They are getting the full services that they see. They see the change that we've put in, and they are staying with us. And so we are quite blessed that we now have 11% of that social grant market. And this is from a standing start, because 3 years ago, our staff couldn't sell. We were just a cash granting business. We've had to turn it around into a sales and service-focused business.
This has got to be extremely well received by your consumer base insofar as safety, reliability, accessibility are such key issues, particularly for that market.
Absolutely, because one of the first things we say to our staff is we have to see each and every customer as a real human being. You know, the label of a social grant beneficiary means nothing to us. This is the customer. Can we give them the right product? Does it make sense for them? Is it affordable? Do they want to stay with us? Can we give them more? And once we do that, people can start to see that this is a really good bank. That's for them. We've changed our distribution model. We've revamped our branches. We've changed our products to make sure that this customer base sees that this is a business aimed at them.
Let's turn quickly to the merchant side of the business, micro merchants, merchant and merchant and enterprise, who respectively contribute micro merchant 68 billion, merchant 133 billion, and enterprise 70 billion in throughput. These are exceptional numbers, but also a really great diversification of source of funding.
Absolutely. If I look at our micro business, just to give people a color, this is where we have either taverns or spaza shop or small trader businesses. The VAS throughput in that space has grown by 43% year on year. And this is where we enable the businesses to sell airtime, data, DSTV, all of that. The card acceptance, which is where now people are using their cards to transact in small places, that's grown 30% year on year. That gives you a sense of the underlying businesses. We've had also growth in the merchant business, where we have a lending business. It's not growing as fast, but we still are regarded as an innovative founder. We won one award as the most innovative funder, because we can give somebody literally a loan up to 5 million rand for their business on the basis of the data that we see of the transactions that are happening. As long as they apply on that app that we've got and we see the data transactions, we can give a loan out within about 24 hours. So that's kind of the innovations that we do. We have recyclers involved in that business. That cash business has also been, a tough market. But overall, we're looking at our merchant business on a normalized basis growing at 15%. So we're quite happy with how our businesses are growing, and this sets us very well now for these acquisitions that we've brought to the books, which is Adumo and Cutsize.
I mean, I can only imagine, and we'll talk about your outlook shortly. I just wanted to get a sense from you, from a geographical perspective and sector perspective, are there any glaring outliers, provinces or particular sectors? I guess fast-moving consumer goods and taverns or restaurant services make sense on the enterprise or at least the merchant and micro merchant. But is there anything else that would guide us in terms of, okay, in that sector continues to do well, or we might see headwinds?
No, we see a lot of good growth. If I look at supplier payments, this is enabling small businesses not to leave their businesses to go and pay somebody or wait for somebody to deliver goods and then give them cash. They are able at their business to get the goods and pay for the goods, get a QR code, and that's delivered to them. We have about 1,000 suppliers now that somebody can pay. And these are FMCG types of companies. These are kind of alcohol pub-related companies who are serving the market, and therefore they are able to digitize that experience. We've seen that grow quite nicely. And then we've also got some innovative products. You look at the fuel retailer environment, or what normally colloquially we'll call the garages. There you have a lot of liquidity issues as the price of petrol goes up and down. We've come up with an innovative product that we call Fuel Connect. We see that as a growth point for us. And then as the economy is getting better, we see inflation is under control, load shedding is no longer a factor. We see that there are very good prospects for the economy this year. We think that our lending is also now going to start, to be much better into 2025.
Exciting year ahead indeed, including new leadership with Naeem Kola moving from Group CFO to Chief Operating Officer, and an introduction of a new Chief Financial Officer in the form of Dan Smith. I assume will only bolster your leadership team. Lincoln, we wish you all the best into the year ahead. And again, congratulations on these great results.
Thanks so much, and thanks for the support. Appreciate it.
Cheers.